Good morning, girls, and a very happy new year to each and every one of you. In today's video, we shall be continuing the discussion on the topic how seasons occur. In the previous part, you learned that if the positions of the sunrise and the sunset on the horizon are observed for the whole year, you will realize that they keep on changing. Today, we shall study the changes in the position of sunrise and the difference in the duration of day and the night time. Apparent movement of the sun. You must have realized through your observations that the position of the sun at sunrise appears to change on the horizon every day. If carefully observed, you will find that the position of the sun appears to move towards the north or the south in the course of the year. However, in reality, the sun does not move anywhere. That is why this movement of the sun towards the north or the south throughout the year is called the apparent movement of the sun. The position of the rising sun keeps on moving towards the south in the period from 21st June to 22nd December. This period is called Dakshinayan. From 22nd December to 21st June, the sun keeps on moving towards the north. This period is called Uttarayan. Essentially, there are two factors responsible for the apparent movement of the sun. That is, the revolution of the earth around the sun and the tilted axis of the earth, which further play an important role in occurrence of seasons in the northern and the southern hemispheres, which is also one of the reasons why the duration of daytime keeps changing throughout the year. As we go further with the discussion, you will get more clarity on this. This year, you will study the apparent motion of the sun in your science textbook as well. In that textbook, the sun's east-west motion from the sunrise to sunset, that is, its diurnal apparent motion, is also considered. In geography, we consider the apparent, that is, north-south movement of the sun. In both motions, the sun only appears to move and does not actually move. The diurnal apparent movement of the sun is related to the rotation of the earth, whereas its annual apparent movement is related to the revolution of the earth and the tilt of the earth's axis. If we observe the given figure carefully, we can note that the northern hemisphere in which we live is positioned away from the sun in the period from 23rd September to 21st March, whereas it is positioned near to the sun in the period from 21st March to 23rd September. We can also further note that we experience winter in the northern hemisphere around 22nd December, whereas we experience summer in the northern hemisphere around 21st June. Also, if it is winter in the northern hemisphere, it will be summer in the opposite hemisphere, that is, the southern hemisphere. Here, we also have to make an important note that at any given point of time, the seasons in the northern and the southern hemispheres are different because of the tilt of the Earth's axis of rotation, perihelion and aphelion positions. Now, the path of the revolution of the earth around the sun is elliptical. The sun is at one of the two centers of the ellipse. The sun does not change its position. As the earth moves in an ellipse, its distance from the sun does not remain the same. During its revolution, the earth's distance from the sun is at its minimum in the first week of January. This is called perihelion position of the earth. In this position, the southern end of the axis is towards the sun. Contrary to this, the earth's distance from the sun is at its maximum in the first week of July. This is called aphelion position of the Earth. In this position, the northern end of the axis is towards the Sun. Each of these factors play a significant role in the occurrence of seasons on our planet. Seasons occur only with reference to the northern and the southern hemisphere. The two main reasons for the occurrence of the seasons is the revolution of the Earth and the tilt of its axis of rotation. Equinox. As the Earth revolves around the Sun, the equator receives perpendicular rays on 2 days in a year. This condition occurs on 21st March and 23rd September. On these days, both the poles are at the same distance from the Sun. These days are called equinox. On the days of equinox, everywhere on Earth, nighttime and daytime are of equal duration. The circle of illumination coincides with the great circle defined by the two opposite meridians. In the northern hemisphere, spring prevails from 21st March to 21st June, while autumn prevails from 23rd September to 22nd December. The southern hemisphere has the opposite seasons during this period. In the northern hemisphere, 21st March is called spring or vernal equinox, whereas 23rd September is called the autumnal equinox. The equinox or solstice dates can vary by a day or two. Remember, on equinox days, the two poles experience either sunrise or sunset. So, while on 21st March, the North Pole experiences sunrise, the South Pole will be experiencing sunset at the same time. Also note, the spring equinox marks the onset of summer season, while the autumnal equinox marks the onset of the winter season. With this, we come to an end of today's discussion. Hope this video was informative. Thank you for being attentive. God bless you all.